of you is doing well and you are excited and looking forward for today, because I am. I'm so grateful to our guest today because she is an incredible woman. I would say she is a superwoman, a wonder woman, and also very passionate, an amazing fur mommy and inspiration to all of us. Debbie, she is, she will tell us more about her story, but she is just amazing, like amazing and amazing. And, she had accomplished so much. And Debbie is also a fur mom of two fur babies. But thank you so much and good morning to you. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Yes, thank you. Yay.
Amazing. So for people who may not know you, even you have a lot of, following and a lot of people from all around the world who have been your, fans for many years, but can you introduce yourself and tell them? I mean, we are very lucky. We live actually friends in Florida, and we were connected by a friend of mine, and she saw our magazine. She said, "Oh, Debbie, it's great for you, Vasi." And then Debbie said, "Yeah, Vasi, I have a little time." And so, but can you introduce yourself a little more? Can you share with us?
Sure. Well, I appreciate you allowing me to come on today. I'm really excited about this. For those that don't know me, I competed in the IFBB Professional League as a female bodybuilder for, almost 25 years. I established myself for the last 25 years. The last 7 to 8 years, I was ranked third in the world internationally, consistently. I would play second, third, and I beat everybody at that time except one person. So I strived for 25, 30 years to get to that platform and accomplished great things, all encompassing, of course. I retired 5 years ago, which is what's given me time now to put more emphasis on my fur babies and eat up some of that free time and be creative. I still train myself. With that said, I have a training business, a large training business that I've had for 32 years. I work with people that are ages 16 to 86. I have some people that work for me in my company as well. And I also work with athletes. Obviously, that's something I did for so long. And I have a lot of knowledge in that area. And I enjoy it personally. So I like training a variety of people. And I enjoy it. I'm passionate about it. It's what I did personally with myself. And now I'm kind of putting emphasis with extra free time into fur babies. And then also too, my website, I know that you're showing, Bessie, I put people's gyms together. I organize their gyms. I build them large or small. So I just kind of keep my hands in 2 different things that are fitness related and creative. And it's just what I do, and I still stay in shape today. So
yeah, it's amazing how like you look incredible, and this is your website, and people can see. I mean, and that's why I was so happy when you said yes, you come, because you are truly an inspiration to all of us. Like people, they don't understand the amount of time and effort for you to maintain this beautiful body, for you also teaching people from all around the world for such a large age variety. This is what people have to understand. You're a given person. You're definitely a very given person and helping, and it's just really, really amazing what you do. Like I'm like really like so impressed, very, very impressed. That's just like,
I think one thing I like to encourage people that ask me similar questions on how you do this is, and really typically with my work, something like with your work, you learn these various things. It just starts, and I know it kind of sounds cliche, but it starts from the mindset. And I was raised in a professional business family, but a very driven family with very good work ethic and discipline. And I think in life, it could be anything that we do, having that work ethic, that perseverance, that discipline, and more importantly, your consistency. Nothing happens overnight. Rome's not built in a day. Your body's not either. Maybe businesses aren't either. But everything has a way of just kind of rolling its way and growing. And it's bit by bit consistency that wins in the end. and accomplishes your goal. So that's really what I did. I never set out, as you said, and we were talking, to have this pet pick. You just started out photography and this grew into something more enlarged and inspiring. When I started working out in my early 20s, I did not think of this. Those are my stats worldwide as far as when the bodybuilding started. I'm like 12th forever and ever when the sport ever being existed. So
Wow.
interesting enough on there, I'm ahead of people that I actually looked up to when I was working out back in the day. I grew up in Wisconsin, a very small, a small town, and not a lot of fitness experts. Started working out when I was 20, and I never thought about that I would be on the Olympia stage and being recognized worldwide. Never was something I even thought or aspired to. And again, through consistency, perseverance, having goals, you wake up one day and it's just sort of happening. And I think that you go with it. You get these little feelings of accomplishments, and then you want a little bit more of accomplishment. And it's bit by bit that we are basically validated. And then we continue to do more and see where we can push ourselves to grow. And no matter what in your life, that's where it starts in your mind. So I encourage people when they come to me and train, it's not just physical ego or beauty or what we identify as what's pretty, because as we know, the world we live in now, bodies of all sorts are beautiful. There isn't one image that just is what it is. People can like larger, smaller, a variety. And that's what's great. We like a variety of food. We like a variety of body types. But for me, I look at physiques in the way that, what is it that you want to look like? What do you identify? What can you do with your God-given genetics? And then your ability, your times, and your mindset is where I have people grow to obtain these things. And I always tell people, I'm leading you there. You're doing the work. So it builds confidence in people. It builds people's self-esteem, self-respect. So I think anything they're going through in their life, personally, business, family, I find that the training not only creates this physical look, but it really bleeds into these life issues or life situations we're faced with. And in order for people to accomplish and actually get through these problems and come out on top in a mentally health way, instead of being beaten down and not knowing what to do. It has people grow. And that's the beautiful part of what I do, because I'm just leading the way, Lassie. They're doing the work, and it bleeds into every aspect of their life. For instance, if someone's going to get divorced or is in a bad relationship or a breakup and they're on the edge of it, the cusp of it, don't know what to do, turmoil, chaos, we direct their self-esteem, their strength, their independence. And it turns out the way it should turn out, and they're happy, whichever way that is. It gets sorted out. And I think that's the most rewarding part of what I do, is seeing that growth in a person, losing weight, feeling better about themselves, being stronger, and everything in their life comes together.
I love it. And you're absolutely right. Yesterday, I was actually talking to a friend, and I said, there are always things in life, and we need to find the outlet to let go these bad things, which, all of us, we have, it can be whatever it is. And so some people find the healthy way, they found you. Lucky for me, I found you too, to work out and just really to clear their mind and be able to repurpose and just reshape their life, their body and everything else, and I think that that's the healthiest way, and again, you are an example, and you will become not only the coach or the trainer, I don't know which is the more appropriate, term in your way, in your career, but you teach people here. And, you have the final vision for where you would like them to be, not only physically, but you're right, it's every aspect of it. And I admire this about you. I think it's really great. And I really hope that it will inspire other people, whoever are watching or listening this, because again, you're hearing this from Debi. I mean, you have achieved so much in your life, and you continue this journey, and it's just inspirational. What an amazing, beautiful story, and the way you live your life, and your people live their lives. You're great. That's awesome.
One thing that I set out to do, I'm a humble person, and when I started, when I was very young, I was raised, like I said, in a family that was very confident. But when we're young women, we don't come into the world with confidence. We sometimes pretend until we get it. It's
Yes,
slowly,
fake it till make it.
right? We're always a little nervous and scared. And, people have asked me, were you ever nervous when you did? I'm like, of course I was nervous. I just pretended I wasn't so I could get through it. And then bit by bit, you become more confident and you're not as nervous, but nervousness, sometimes wondering if we can achieve it, pushes us to do it. So some people out there that say to themselves, I'm not ready. I'm afraid. I have these emotions. I want to encourage you. It is very normal to always feel that way. And believe it or not, you're going to feel that way even when you start going in the right direction. You're going to wonder, you're going to be nervous, you're going to be scared. It doesn't like go away. Or one day you wake up going, I feel great today, I'm going to start. That's not how it works. But getting started is the key. And I always try to say, one thing I've always carried with me through all of my, philosophies is I always like to empower people to reach their goals. Your goal might be different than my goal. The biggest key is empowering people, male or female, young or old, to empower people themselves, whatever that may be. And I really do feel like God brings us in this world to become vessels for things. And fortunately, some of us find what that is. And when you do, it's so enriching and rewarding, not just monetarily, but, in your heart. It's fulfilling. And I think that's what life's about. And I think with my competitions, I'm a competitive person. And once I got in that realm, I'm like, I want to win. And I came close. I beat everybody but one person who's undefended. No one's ever beat her. So, and I came very close. And I knew when I had done what I could do, but a lot of it, Vassie, was the encouragement from people around the world. I didn't even know who they were. And part of me staying at that level, people asked, how did you do it? I ran my business 7 days a week, competing. I was a little younger, had a little more energy. But I think what it was is I felt responsibility to the people that supported me that I didn't even know, because they really supported me and they were rooting for me. And I felt I had to follow through the best of my ability and not let anyone down because of the energy they put into me. And I didn't even know who they were. So I think that's where the deep reward comes in my heart for what I did.
And I can relate to this. And I'm so grateful for you sharing it because I feel the same way. Even if people, they may not understand you and I, sometimes we may not sleep. We have family things happening. Whatever else would happen, at the end of the day, we do it with a purpose. We have a purpose, which it's so much bigger than even us as individuals. And I like to even repeat myself. It's not about me. It's about the people around me. And it's about, as you mentioned, it's the people around the world who supported you. And it's okay. The babies are there. You can even showcase it. Let's see your beautiful baby. Look at it.
Yay. My other one's on the floor, Malia. Okay.
And so, with everything in your lifestyle, everything what you've achieved, how do you find time to be a fur mom? And, what did this bring to your life?
Well, I've had dogs for a number of years. Like I said, I have two. We've shown pictures of them. Chloe's the one that has her little Instagram page. And then I have Malia Lee, who's a blue Merle Chihuahua. And I guess they always brought a lot of solace to me, especially when I had Malia for most of my competing at the pro level. And we have a really special bond and we're very connected. This is Chloe here. And Chloe's 7. She came near the end, but she is a personality of sass. And as you can see, very much her own person, her own woman. But she's a very good dog and she's very sweet. Malia brought something to me, a connection I'll never have again with another dog. And that's okay because I'm so blessed to have it with her. She has heart disease and she shouldn't even be with me at this point because she had heart attacks and so forth. And I've been caring for her with a cardiologist for a year and a half. And she gets medicine 4 times a day. It's up to 26 medications a day. So wow. It required a lot of my time, which, as you know, busy schedule. I've cut back a little bit on my hours of working. I work 4 or 5 days a week, but I put my schedule literally around her care. Because she's important to me. She's the one on the lower right there, little blue Merle. She's so sweet.
Yeah.
She's amazing. And I'll do anything for her. They're like my little babies. So when you ask me how they become a part of my life, I don't have children. I know you have one child, but they're like my little babies. I never had children. So I treat them like that. I think now I'm 53 and I'm becoming like, maybe I didn't have that motherly thing in me, but now it's like becoming more of that the last couple of years. Who knows why? Maybe because I never had kids. I don't know. So I dressed up to Chloe and she has her own Instagram page and I'm really loving it. Like it's so much fun. Yeah, I just do these crazy things with her. And I'm just learning, playing around, but she actually likes the attention I give her. So I keep doing it. But they're like my little life. I love them.
They are, and they are.
Yeah, this right here, my boyfriend has a car wash in Jog and Atlantic Avenue. He built this car wash, Feeling Groovy Car Wash. And we had a mural built and I put them on the wall. So they're there taking a picture under their names.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Look at, oh, my spa day. That's amazing. They are so beautiful. And
thank you.
It's amazing.
She loves her glasses.
Yeah, I can see that. I had here one of her, like, look at this. She's like mama's girl. I had here this was one of my favorite here. I don't know. And by the way, as we know, glasses reflect. You can see her amazing mom here in the glasses. Yes. It's beautiful. Look at this little mermaid, 4 legs mermaid. I just love it.
So that right there, I was really nervous about. I ordered a little floaty, just like for a child. So I didn't know how she'd be. She loves wearing her glasses, so I didn't know how she'd be. But as soon as I got ready to put her in there, her legs were tight together, and I'm like, oh, how's this gonna go? So I kind of scooted her in there. All of a sudden, when she got in there, she loved it, and she I have a little reel. She floats around and like a little legs paddled, and she liked it.
Wow, she's like inspiration to always look at this.
Just floating, just wiggling her legs. It's fun.
Thank you so much. This is so much joy and cuteness. And I just really I love it. They are just, both of them are very special and wonderful. And how did you decide? Let's look at the reel here. How did you decide to create this one? Because this is very unique.
Wow, it's interesting. One of my clients said, you should do a March Madness. She is married to a NBA player. And she said, you should do a March Madness. I'm like, I don't even follow basketball very much. So she's like, I'm bringing you some props then. So I'm like, okay. And, back in the day, I used to do like my maybe when I was 19, I did visual design. So I always did creative things in stores, all that window display. So I'm creative that way. So she brought it to me and I thought about it. And then I just came up with that. Literally, that took me 3 minutes to take. It was our third picture and I got it. The little sweatbands, the little Chloe pics. Yeah, that's how that came about.
It's beautiful. I mean, when you send it to me, I'm like, this is just incredible.
Yeah.
There's so much story. It really shows you the joy you have and the love for 2 of your babies. It's just like, and it's special, and, say good job to your client for, participating and encouraging. And sometimes it's a team effort to continue spreading the love.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of my clients are so fun, just like Nicole who sent me with you. One of my clients, it says, I talk about what I do because it's so, we live in a time right now where there's so much negativity on the news, so much in the world. And this is something that when I do, I'm by myself and I do it, I just chuckle like this one. I just laugh. It's just fun. It brings joy. And I think people, when I look at social media now, I'm looking at pictures of animals because they make me happy. They make me joyous. A lot of things in the world are just tough right now. We've had a tough couple of years. And I think animals is that real, it's relaxing. It makes you feel good.
Yeah, it's beautiful, And I do agree with you. Fur babies are always so much joy. Look at this. When you send
that one turned out great.
Yeah, it's amazing. And she just loves it. She just, owns it. That's what it is. I really love it. Look at this friend. Look at this one here.
That was just balancing on her head.
Yeah. And that's just
wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And so what it's for you, what is the next thing in your life, your chapter, what are you do you have like, maybe, even if now it's March, but I always like to ask, what is one goal they want to achieve in this year?
In this year, well, I still run my business. That's running just like it does. I'm continuing to do that. As far as achieving for this year, I don't know. I mean, I've been working with my dogs and I have to take care of my sick dog. So I'm working with her. And then kind of building the site for Chloe is just a hobby for me for fun. My challenge this year is see what I can do with her, what I can learn from this platform, and just something creative to build and get better at taking pictures and ideas and encouraging people. I think you kind of led me in talking to you, Basti, because this was just for fun. But I think by bringing, I'm very humble with what I do, but maybe bringing my aspect of my creativity with fitness and using my voice to encourage people's strength, maybe through Chloe, is a way that I can forward this as not only people to look at pretty pictures, but maybe to inspire them getting in shape and being healthy. And maybe a way that I do it is using Chloe, as a vehicle to portray that. I have to still kind of learn how to do that because I'm always a little shy in showing pictures of myself. I don't like to always put myself and say, look at me, look at me. I'm a little nervous in doing that.
Yeah. I understand completely, but don't worry. First of all, technical wise, you have me and dear friends, Debbie and I, we talked a little bit before we pressed, live stream or record, which was really great. And the moment, and I understand how you feel, the moment when you understand, which you know very well, that it's about helping these people. And maybe if I'm you, I would start with certain angles which make you feel a little more comfortable. Maybe let's say upper body, just let's say only arms. And for example, if I'm you, we are mid-March, we like through the end of March, we have April. Well, April, we have Easter and Passover. So it's a wonderful way to inspire people, how to look their best, especially for Mother's Day, because we will have Mother's Day in May. So as we know, we need to start a little early to have some, even if minor result. So just a thought for you, just to decide. And you just rotate them, you do, let's say, like you and I, we talked about the rows and, how many pictures, let's say, maybe you do 3 of Chloe, and then you do, let's say, 1 picture or 2 pictures of the 2 babies together. And then you do 1 with, you and Chloe, because this account will be primary Chloe with you, and then your other baby will be here and there because of the health condition. And that's how you build it out. So you do maybe Chloe being dressed and with your gear, I would say gear, and maybe shakes and etc. And you build and tell a story. It's like a movie. You're telling a story, like a commercial. So you start building it, but you always think of row of 2, which is 6 pictures, and you start her getting ready, being excited, maybe writing a note, and then you have the upper row, kind of lead to it, then you and her, and then you have, maybe you can even end with a quote and of what you're saying. So you kind of build it, and you can do a row of 3, or you can do a row of 2 rows, which is pictures of 6 pictures total. And that's kind of, you think of it. So you have certain type of consistency, and especially for people who are, so busy. I mean, again, you train, you have people, you also create these wonderful gym spaces. And again, friends, wherever you are around the world, if you'd like to connect with Debbie, her Instagram and website are already added, or I will add them. So don't worry, you can connect with Debbie and say hi. Also, Debbie at some point will be so generous to write an article for our magazine. She said that
I would love to. I would love to. I've done that in the past. I would love to do that.
We'll continue being part of your job.
More people are here, so they're barking.
It's normal, but it's normal. Listen,
Sorry.
it's normal. Yeah, no, they're talking. She's talking. She's saying hi. It is. Don't worry, that's normal. I tell people we are a pet podcast, we are a pet platform for babies. Will talk to us.
Yeah.
It's normal. I had actually in the past birds, you can hear them all the time. You can hear the kitty cats. It's like they're playing. So it's absolutely normal. But I'm excited about, giving us this opportunity to continue being part of your journey. And thank you so much for what you do. And can you just tell one more time where people can find you? Like on your
Well, you can find me at my website, www.debilaszewski.com. I think the spelling of it's a little difficult, but you'll have it.
Yes.
You can go to my Instagram, the same, Debi Laszewski, and definitely either DM me there or send me an email is always best, and I'll get back to you.
I love it. And again, I'm just going to show here to people, here is the website, friends, and I already added it in the description. And I love of you. It's like amazing. This is your, like personal Instagram account. And I want to congratulate you because 10,000 followers, that's quite a bit. It's a lot of work. You're doing great. How many times, even if you're busy, like, do you post once a week or like?
Now, I don't even work at my Instagram, my personal one. That's just from competing. I've never really worked at any posting, any reason. The only thing I'm getting into is with Chloe, my dog, but I never did anything my personal one. That's just people from all my competitions.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I never really worked at it, but I really want to pursue, I did everything with me. I was in all the magazines. I was everywhere. I did a lot of modeling, a lot of everything you can think of. And I just focusing on the dogs. And I think it's a great vehicle to use. I like how you're putting some of the fitness aspect, and I can still have a voice and helping and empowering people through my use with my dogs. I think that's a great way to do it. And I'm going to really think about this and put this together.
Wonderful. Yeah, yes, absolutely. And friends, you make sure that you go and you follow beautiful Chloe girl and her social. We need to start working on, getting more followers. So hopefully Pet Pigs community can pitch in and again share, because there are a lot of wonderful things to happen. And yes, you and I will continue talking about it and helping, because I do have some additional ideas. It's so funny. Sometimes I'm like, but these ideas are like you just like when you work with a person, you want to help them, to be the best version of them. And my ideas for social media it's insane. Like I'm
so glad.
No. And again, I see it not only having fun, but as you said, helping others. And that's all about. It's helping others. And you as for mom, you combine the both worlds. And I just really hope, friends, again, as you can see, doesn't matter where you live around the world, where you were born, where you currently live. It's all about the mindset. It's about having goals. And it's just about seeing that, like Debi, when she was in her 20s, never even thought that life will bring her on this incredible journey. And one day, we'll be able to meet you and get inspired by you. So I really want to thank you for being with us today. You're an inspiration to all of us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I will see you very soon.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Sending you and hugs and give hi to the girls, and in your baby. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you.